Welcome to the PantherLair Show. You probably know, of course, Pitt's playing at Duke on Saturday, but that's far from the longest road trip the University of Pittsburgh Athletic Department will make this weekend. Your Pitt basketball Panthers on Friday night are going to be playing in Okinawa, Japan, in the Armed Forces Classic against Gonzaga. You probably know this already. So in honor of that, I figured I thought it would be appropriate, since we try and have a melting pot here on the PantherLair Show on TribLIVE Radio, I thought I'd learn some Japanese phrases to honor Pitt playing in the Armed Forces Classic. So I started off with Yanju Karaichi. You know what Yanju Karaichi means? It means 41. That's the number of hours Pitt's going to spend in the air flying to and from its game in Okinawa on Friday night. And that's the best case scenario. When I looked at flights online, that was the best I could find. 20 hours and 30 minutes each way. It's probably going to take a couple more, but I like saying Yanju Karaichi. So 41. 41 hours of air travel. That's kureiji. That's crazy in Japanese. Never mind how gizen tekina, that's hypocritical. Never mind how hypocritical this whole thing is. Never mind, the NCAA's emphasis on academics, which we all know is kind of a sham. They're going to spend 120 hours from start to finish on this trip, leaving Tuesday morning, get back Sunday morning. 5 full days, 4 days in the middle of the week where they're not going to class. So we'll just set aside that whole academics is important and, we care about kids going to class. Never mind that. The whole thing is bakane mushita, which is ridiculous. Now, I know they're doing this for the military. It's the Armed Forces Classic, and that's all well and good. I support that. I think it's good when they do these games every year. They play on an aircraft carrier or whatever it is. I can appreciate that. But the problem, there's a couple things with this. First of all, there are more than 200 active U.S. domestic military bases on U.S. soil. None of those require 41 hours of travel. None require Yanju Karaichi hours of travel. And more importantly, they're going all that way, flying to Okinawa for one basketball game. 2 hours of basketball, 41 hours of air travel to the other side of the world, a trip that's going to take approximately 120 hours total for 2 hours of hoops. Now, I'm not going to say that this trip doesn't have value. It's good for the troops and the military. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for these kids to be in Japan. But the investment, the time and the resources, it just doesn't make sense. It's fajorina, which is absurd. It's jikan no muda, which is a waste of time. It's okani no muda, which is a waste of money. And ultimately, it's kind of orokana, silly.